Oh, good afternoon. Today my topic is lecture number 6, file transfer protocol, field bus, robust, subnetting, subnet mask, which comes under model 1, introduction to advanced PLC and scale. The file transfer protocol, which is called as FTP, which is called as FTP. FTP stands for file transfer protocol, which transfer files from server to computer and computer to server by using the data connection command and repeat. Generally, the file transfer protocol is a standard communication protocol used for the transfer of computer files from a server to a client on a computer network. This FTP is built on client server model architecture by using separate control and data connections between client and the server. Here they are operating by using the graphical user interfaces and are still shipped with most Windows, Unix and Linux operating systems. How FTP works? Okay, this is the recycle stage of this FTP. This FTP works in the same way as HTTP. Okay, same way as HTTP and SMTP. Generally, the user provide authentication by signing in. Then, some server works as an anonymity. FTP means they provide their data without login. Okay, so generally the file will be transferred from this server. Just transfer. Then here it will be get to the client. So in client there will be a authentication. Okay, by using username and the password, the system will access by using the internet of cloud computer. Then this system will access the firewall. Okay, if the file will be correct, then it is access. Otherwise, it will be get into the firewall system. Then again it will go to the server. Okay, so this is the recycling process. When the client will transfer a file to the server is called uploading. Okay, and the server file transfer to the client is called download. Okay, the file which transfer from client to server is called loading. The file which can be transferred from server to client is known as download. Generally, the downloaded files from the server over to the internet and to upload the files to the server through using internet. So this internet which plays the major role. There are two types of file FTPs are available. One is active FTP, another one passive FTP. One is active FTP, another one passive FTP. This active FTP means after the client initiates a session via a command channel request, the server initiates a data connection back to the client and begins transferring data. But in passive mode, the server instead using a command channel to send a client the information and it needs to open a data channel. Because the passive mode, the client initiating all the connections Okay, the client will initiate all the connections. It work well across firewalls and network address information. So NAT stands for Network Address Translation. Network Address Translation. What are the common used FTP clients? One is FileZilla. It is a popular FTP client that is freely available for Windows, Macintosh, and Linux users. Next, the second one is FireFTP. It is a plugin for a popular Firefox web browsers. It can be used as a standalone FTP program. Dreamweaver, it can be purchased from Adobe. It's a design program that has FTP access as one of its features. Second, next topic is field bus. Generally, the field bus will be connected to, in series mode, it's connected to the devices by using a remote input and output system. Generally, the field bus is simply by means of communicating with input devices. Input devices means by using the sensor, switches, etc. And the output devices called as wall, drives, indication lamps, etc. Okay, without the need to connect each individual device back to the controller. Back to the controller means here they are using PLC or industrial personal computers, etc. Therefore, the overall advantage is that if you install the field bus, we can reduce the cost. Investment cost we can reduce. Generally, the field bus is the name of a family of industrial computer networks used for real-time distribution control. This field bus profiles are standardized by the International Electrotechnical Commission, okay, IEC, as IEC 61784/61158. Okay, field bus which will be followed, which will be standardized by a IEC. IEC stands for International Electrochemical Commission. International Electrochemical Commission as IEC 61784/61158. Subnetting, subnet mask. You see here the combination of network identifier and host identifier called as IP address. But if we install, okay, after subnetting, what happened? This host identifier is classified into two. One is subnet identifier, another one is host identifier. A subnet or subnetting network is a logical subdivision of IP network. The practice of dividing a network into two or more networks is called subnetting. Computers that belongs to the same subnet are addressed with identical most significant bit group into the IP addresses. They result in their logic division of an IP address into two fields. The first field is a network number or routing prefix, and the rest field or host identifier. The rest field is the identifier for specific host or network interface. And subnetting is the practice of dividing a network into two or smaller networks, increasing routing efficiency, which helps to enhance the security of the network and reduces the size of the broadcast domain. This subnetting designates higher order bits from the host as part of network prefix. This method divides a network into smaller subnets. It also helps to reduce the size of the routing tables which is stored in routers. This method also helps you to extend the existing IP address base and restructures the IP addresses. What is subnet mask? The subnet mark will be followed by 0 to 255, and the bit values which will be in binary numbers 0 and 1. Okay, and these are all the bit integers. Okay, the values which are represented only in binary value. A subnet mark is a 32-bit address used to distinguish between the network address and the host address in IP address. A subnet mask identifies which part of an IP address is the network address and the host address. They are not shown inside the data packets transferring the internet. They carry the destination IP addresses which a router will match with a subnet. There are two subnet masks are there. The first one is default subnet mask. Is a number of bits which is reversed by address plus. Using this default mask will accommodate a single network subnet in a relative class. A custom second one is a custom subnet mask which can be defined by an administrator to accommodate any network. How to use this subnet mask? Generally, the subnet mask can be used by the router to cover up network addresses. It shows which bits are used to identify the subnet. Every network has its own unique address. Like here, class B network has network address 172.20.0.0, which has all zeros in the host portion of the address. Here, IP address is 11000001. Here, the first and second bit are 1. The first and this first bit, this first and second bit are 1. First and second bit are 1. And the third bit is 0. This is third bit is 0. Hence, it is known as class. Hence, it is known as class. You see the diagram here. It starts from start. First bit, second bit, third bit, fourth bit. Okay. So based upon this IP address, this class C will be enabled. It is called if-else statement. Methods of subnetting mask. There are two ways are there. One is straight, another one is shortcut. Straight means you should use a binary notation method for both the addresses, that is 1 and 0s, and then apply AND operation to get the block address. Shortcut method means in case the byte in the mask is 255, you need to copy the byte in the destination address. When the byte in the mask is 0, then you need to replace the byte in the address with C. When the byte in the mask is neither 255 nor 0, then you should write the mask and address in binary and you should use AND operation. In case if the extracted network address matches the local network ID, and the destination is located on the local network. However, if they do not match, the message must be routed outside the local network. You see this diagram here. So first step, we are classifying this, which class it is, class A, class B, class C. Then we have to identify the number of networks we have to identify and number of host network. That is by using these two methods. Straight method, another one is shortcut method, we can